Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Three Borders Sports Network and the Giants Coaches Show. We're powered by Red River Communications and Brian Watson here tonight. We're also at the City Brew tonight, and we want to thank City Brew for hosting us. They got some fun stuff coming up here in November, and we'll talk about that later, too. I'm Joe Schreiner. Thanks again, everybody, for joining us here on the Giants Coaches Show. And this is Brian Watson. B-Dub, you've had a nervous night tonight.
I don't know who I am right now, but everything's working except for the video screen inside the restaurant.
You're dancing on hot coals, man.
A little bit. But this only happens when Coach Ralph is here.
That's it. That's true. We'll blame him.
Yeah, every time he comes, we have a little bit of an issue getting started.
All right. So, again, welcome everybody to the Coaches Show, brought to you by Giants and powered by Red River Communications and brought to you live here at the City Brew. We're seated up high above the City Brew, and it's a nice crowd here tonight, Jeff. Food smells good, huh?
It does smell good.
Yeah, it does smell good in here.
And it's fun to watch Brian jumping around. And
isn't it, though?
So if it is me, it makes me happy.
Yeah, anything to make him happy.
If you'll say that, they just had one of those tournaments, and one of his girls ended up winning it. So, I mean, there's that 5, 6, 7 shot difference, but they absolutely blew us out of the water there.
Sure.
But to finish fourth in the region, Hallie was all conference, Hallie Miller, all conference with her top 10 in the regular season average. And then she was 10th at the region tournament, so she ended up all region. And we had Scout at state. We had Hallie in 14th, Scout in 25th, and McKenna in 32nd with our 7th place finish. So we couldn't have asked for anything more from those girls. Yeah, it would have been fun to finish in the top 2 or 3, absolutely. But, I don't really know if that was possible with the girls we had and the girls we were playing against. The league and the state were, pretty darn tough. So.
Yeah. It was interesting. I was looking at the scores at the state tournament, and I made a note there. It's just 10 shots back from a top 5 finish, which is pretty good. I mean, if it would have fell here or fell there, you'd have had a pretty good result. I mean, not that 7th place was a bad result, but just, again, looking at the scores, if somebody would have picked a couple shots up here and there, you'd have been in the top 5.
Well, yeah, the first day we were in 10th place, and I think it was the same. It was 5 shots out of 5th, so it was wide open in that middle group. I think that the top 3 teams really separated themselves. But if you ask the girls, could have you saved a shot here or there? And well, absolutely. You always think that when you play golf. But I just couldn't. I don't think we could have asked for more for how we finished. And we had some girls kind of bounce around a little bit. Scout goes out on the first day at state, and we're watching her, and it's like, oh my God, she's going to shoot 120. She's just, well, then she comes in with a 90, and it was like, how did she manage to get a 90? Because it just looked that bad. But she was grinding and working, and then she comes back with her low round of the year on Tuesday. So, I really think they all came through, but I think number one, it was our 2 seniors that we had on varsity, McKenna Kuhlmo.
Sure.
And Lily Anderson. I mean, and Lily didn't play great at state, and she kind of laughed about, I think I hit it in every bunker on the whole course on the second day, but throughout the course of the season, those 2 girls were our leaders on the golf course, on the bus, at the driving range, at practice. They were just phenomenal leaders, and I don't always give out a captain's pin, but I did to those 2 this year because I thought they deserved it. And,
good.
McKenna, we're going in the season hoping McKenna can maybe break 90 once in a while, but probably average 92, 93, and 2 rounds at state under 90.
Good for her.
Ended with a par on her last hole, which was fun to see. And I walked with Lily for 9 that day, and she just, it was one of those deals where she was just a little bit off, and like I said, hit every bunker. But throughout the course of the season, when Coach Bachler and I are looking at the scores, we're thinking, oh boy, what's going to happen today? Lily'd slide in with a 92 or something, and that would be, because maybe one of the other girls was up around 100. So I think those two seniors really came through for us. And when you talk about what do you want from your seniors, and it'll be the same this basketball season. I'm expecting our seniors to have a great year.
Yep.
And when I look at these two girls and what they did for our golf team, I mean, it's all due to those two seniors, I believe.
So Lily Anderson and McKenna Kuhlmo, you're only two seniors, and so you're returning a good squad. But again, can't say enough about the two seniors. So,
no,
yeah.
I mean, it's fun when you start out the first day and the seniors are leading at practice right away.
Well, and you put a lot on social media yourself and the girls golf squad, but you could just see that McKenna and Lily would be the leaders of that squad. You could just see how they'd step up and do that. So
and it
hats off to them.
It wasn't so much that they were maybe the best players or the lowest scores, but just their demeanor and how they went about things and how they showed the girls that, we're going to be gone next year, so here's how you do things. And I think that says a lot about those two girls and tells you what, they're set up for life, those two.
That's pretty good. So congratulations to those two young ladies. I'm sure they got a great future in front of them, as does the golf squad, too, as well. I mean, you look at the younger ones coming up now. You got Scout, you got Hallie, you got just a number of youngsters coming up here that are probably going to represent girls golf for a long time here in Wapiti.
Yeah, we have two really good years coming with Hallie Miller, a returning all-conference player. Scout was phenomenal on the last day, and we've been kind of waiting for her all year with that. Olivia Hansen, another sophomore this year who I think just wants to be good at golf and just doesn't quite hit it far enough yet, but she's gonna, and she works at it. Claire Langenwalter, a freshman who just pounds the ball, hasn't quite figured out how to get it in the hole quite yet, but she's getting there. She had a great round her second day at state. Then we had London Nordic at state as a qualifier. Ella Graves played a lot of varsity, didn't play varsity, but played all the varsity courses. So, we feel like we have a pretty bright future, but also looking at the conference, Red River took second at state. We got everybody back. Davies took third at state. Their two seniors had their two worst scores at state.
Oh, man.
So they're going to be pretty good.
They're going to be tough again in the conference.
And then that Cheyenne team that edged us out at region, they had the EDC champ this year, and they'll have everybody back next year. So it's not going to get easier, but I think if our girls do the work that they've done the last two summers, we'll be right there again.
Yep.
And I tell you what, the EDC golf, the camaraderie among the teams, and I'm sure Coach Watson's palling around with all the other girls basketball players in the conference, when they see each other. But golf is a different deal. And I mean, we're up at the Red River game on Friday night, and here come 5 girls across the field with McKenna and
I'll be darned.
Olivia, and here they all come up to say hello. And
that's pretty cool.
It's a different dynamic there, but it's also pretty high level competition too.
That's good stuff. All right, Coach, congratulations on the season to you and the girls, and to your two seniors, McKenna and Lily. So we want to thank them as well. Quick question: biggest surprise of the season for you?
Well, I think maybe the play of our younger players. I think.
Okay.
And then just our two seniors. I was hoping it would go the way it did for them. So maybe that wasn't a surprise, but I think the play of our younger players was surprising,
nice
especially
surprise.
early. Hal comes out with a 79 the second tournament. Was really kind of a fun thing to see.
Awesome. All right, I know we're getting close to the end of your time frame here, but what I got to ask you, Coach, and you're all over social media with it, and I see Margaret Wilson waiting in the wings here, but we'll try to make this quick. Coach Watson, you might want to chime in. Maybe you don't. But you're talking about the 3-class basketball system, and you've had it all over your social media pages about the support. Is there anything that fans can do for support of the 3-class system if you want to see that? Is there anything the fans can do to help you out?
Well, the plan has been submitted. There's no, in my mind, there's no changing that. That's with the Activity Association. But I think the one thing that could happen is the Activity Association could say, well, let's push it back. The plan calls for a 3-class basketball next year.
Yep.
And I think if someone wanted to voice their opinion or send a letter to the Activity Association and say, hey, you got the plan, let's vote for it, and let's get it going, I don't think there'd be anything wrong with that. Go on the NDHSA website and do that. And I'm not writing or saying bad things about anybody. I'm just saying the plan's there. It's been supported by over 65% of the schools. I think it got up to 75 when you count. There's a co-op with 4 schools that voted. They all voted. So I mean, it's there. It jumped through every hoop the Activity Association set up, and so now it's their job to pass it. And I believe that, and I think the people on the board understand that, and the people on the board, I think, know that we've spoken, that the schools have spoken, and it should happen. And,
if it's got that kind of percentage.
I sent my letter today to Matt Fetch on the board saying, you got the plan, don't stonewall it, let's get it done.
Get it done. B-Dub, you got anything to add there? I know this is a hot topic with you as well, but
I don't want to. I agree with everything that Jeff has said.
Okay.
And I think that, the committee who brought this proposal forward did everything that was asked of them in the time frame that was laid out according to all the rules to get this thing done next year so that it can start next year. So there's no reason for it to not be done.
Okay.
You can't move the finish line
Right.
once the race is over.
Right.
They
Once you start
won
the race.
They did it. So I think it's a no-brainer. I just feel like it's going to happen.
So to paraphrase, if you want to go on to the NDHSA website and take a look and see who you can email in support of the 3-class basketball system, that would be great, correct?
That'd be awesome.
All right. There you go. There you have it. All right. Jeff, you got anything else? Congratulations on a great season
Thanks,
with the
Three
Huskies.
Borders, for your promotion of our sport. I really appreciate it.
We appreciate you taking time to come up. We'll see you in the fall, or in the winter, I guess I should say.
Well, it's coming fast.
It is coming fast.
Hey,
when does practice start?
Can I get some gym time?
So this guy, out of the goodness of my heart, I asked him, would you like to go first at the high school this year?
And I said yes.
He said yes.
I said yes.
Okay.
And then 2 weeks later, McCall sends out an email and says, well, Jeff gets to go first this year because Watson, you went first last year.
Oh.
But he said that he didn't want to go first. And I'm like, I'll kindly accept.
I was just trying to be nice because I know he always feels like I push him off.
He likes being at the elementary school. He's got more space. They can run, stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, yeah, you can be over there if you want. I'll be at the high school. I'll be crammed in there with all those girls.
Yeah. I like hauling all my stuff over there.
I bet you do. Jeff Ralph, head coach of the Lady Huskies golf. I'm trying to.
Oh, golf. Okay,
Golf,
I thought you were going to say
golf
basketball.
squad. We'll talk about you later. But Jeff, thanks again, and we'll be right back with Margaret Wilson, head coach of the Cowgirls volleyball squad, coming up next right here from the City Brew.
Did you know that we serve nearly 1,500 square miles across North Dakota and Minnesota? Or that we've been around for over 60 years? How about that we've got 3,000 miles of fiber optics powering one of the best networks in the region? The best part? We're a cooperative. That means we're continually reinvesting in our communities to make them better than ever. We are Red River Communications. We've been recognized as a leader for helping our communities be great places to live and work. To find out how we're helping connect our communities, visit redrivercom.com/.
Comdel Innovation is now hiring production technicians for a variety of shifts with opportunities to make $20 or more per hour. Work in a clean, climate-controlled facility. Second shift, 4 10-hour days, every weekend off, 3:30 p.m. to 2 a.m., and 4-crew rotation, straight days, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., or straight nights, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Apply in person or online at ComdelInnovation.com. Comdel Innovation of Wahpeton, an employee-owned company.
Hall in Wahpeton is your family restaurant with chef-inspired food and friendly staff. Don't miss their weekly events, including live music, trivia, bingo, and more. Happy hour specials Monday through Friday, along with game day specials during all of your favorite sporting events. 24 beers on tap and brunch served Saturday and Sunday with bottomless mimosas. You're sure to find something you'll love. Follow City Brew on Facebook to see what's happening. If you'd like to join their great team at City Brew, head to brewrestaurants.com/employment. City Brew Hall in the heart of downtown Wahpeton. Washing your car just got a whole lot cheaper. With All Seasons Car Wash Unlimited plans, you can wash your car whenever you want for as little as $33 a month. You can even wash your pet at All Seasons Car Wash. So this fall, keep your vehicle and your pet clean. Conveniently located at 1300 4th Avenue South next to Tractor Supply Company in Wahpeton. To enroll in an unlimited car wash plan, please visit allseasonscw.com.
Auto and home insurance is a great way to save money and precious time. Amanda Frederick, your State Farm agent in Breckenridge, will make it easy and convenient with your local, fully licensed staff ready to help make sure you're protecting the things that mean the most to you. Their team is ready and knowledgeable in farm insurance, life insurance, business, home, and auto insurance. So stop by or call Amanda Frederick, your State Farm agent on Minnesota Avenue in Breckenridge, or call 643-8511.
Never in my life thought I would be through a tornado.
It's devastation.
I walked out in shock. Where do you start?
Jared's name came up on my screen,
He's our agent.
and he said, "We'll get you taken care of." For him to call at the exact moment that our life is being shattered, I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
For service you can count on, call 866-COUNTRY and request a quote today.
Never.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Three Borders Sports Network. You are watching the Giants Coaches Show here live from the City Brew Hall and powered by Red River Communications. B-Dub, I got to bring up something here. We got to talk about some stuff that's going on at the City Brew Hall on November 23rd. October's gone already, bud. So November 23rd, October Road will be here from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. How about that? And then also on the 23rd, they will have Thanksgiving Bingo from 5:30 to 8. All ages are welcome for that. The October Road band playing from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. is a $5 cover charge, and you must be 21 or over to get into that event. I think we qualify for 21 and over.
You going to be here and cut a rug?
Cut the rug. Yeah,
It's fun. I've done it.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time since I've done that, man. All right, we're joined now by head coach of the Cowgirls volleyball squad, and they're still playing, and
Woo.
that is Margaret Wilson. Margaret, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you being on all the time and
Yeah.
leaving your young lady daughter at home.
Oh, she's
and
good.
She's
She's
good
just
tonight?
fine.
All
Yep.
right, so we appreciate you coming in. All right, let's talk about tournaments. Section
Yeah.
6A, we started out with
Underwood.
Underwood first, and we had that one here at home, and
Yes.
and that was an exciting
It was. It was
3-1
a competitive-
victory.
Yeah, competitive match.
All four
Mhm.
all four sets
All
were
four
very
sets. Yeah,
were very
kind of knew it was
competitive.
going to be. They're a good defensive team. They got just a young, solid crew. So definitely good blockers. So, yeah, I was nervous for that one.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
it was very, very close, and it was fun to broadcast that one too.
yeah.
But you can go back and watch it on our YouTube channel if you'd like to do that. But again, just a great win for the Cowgirls that night. All right, let's fast forward now to the other night here on the 28th.
Last Friday, yep.
And last Friday, and you took on Hillcrest over
Yeah.
at Hillcrest.
At Hillcrest, yes.
And
We
so,
flip-flop spots with them. They took the number 2 seed away from us. Not that had anything to do with them, but we were a little bitter about that.
Yeah.
So
there were some conversations, and
Yeah.
it wasn't between you and I, but there were some conversations among the public, if you will, about
Yes.
how did they get the 2 seed and you got the 3 seed when you had faced them a couple times during the season as well.
yeah, I know. Yeah.
Well,
It is what it is.
So we had to
Minnesota
travel.
School. Yeah, we had to travel, and it was a lot of fans came and joined us there, so it
fun.
was a good atmosphere for sure. Hillcrest brought a lot of fans too, so definitely a tournament feel when we played.
You know, let's just talk about the venue for a second. It is a gym, maybe just a little bit bigger than Breckenridge Cowgirls
Yep.
gym, but it was packed. I
It
don't
was
think you
packed.
could have squeezed 20 people in there.
No,
It was
no.
very, very full there. So,
Yeah. It was awesome.
was
Well, and it
awesome.
helps when we bring our band and they have their band.
Yeah,
so
that
then
too.
that just creates even more of
Yep.
I don't know, camaraderie or something going on.
So the Cowgirls win 3-0, 3 sets to none, 25-16, 25-14, 25-15. So a
Yep.
consistent scoring for the Cowgirls and defensively. You know, I talked about it after the game too as well in the post-game show. But just talk about your net play of the girls
Huge.
again. Just huge net
Yeah,
play,
we're having
blocks.
some, even
everything.
Yeah, and I know blocks aren't always recognized because they're not a huge stat. But a block that the opponent can still dig back up gets them in an out-of-system play where we're more than likely going to get a free ball or some kind of an easier send over that we can do something with, and gives us an opportunity to score. And so even though our blockers in our front row don't get a lot of numbers from the blocks, just their role and what they're creating in a volley definitely helps us out and gives us more of an advantage to score. So I know we had 10. Addie Twidwell had 10.
Yep.
9 or 10 kill blocks in one match, and that's a huge number.
That was a record, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's a new record.
Yep.
Because having 3 in a match is a
big.
huge number,
Yep.
in my opinion. So that was a pretty big deal. We had a really good net play by Haley Hansen as well, Addie Twidwell in the middle, and then Ivy Oshak, Matea Vega on the right side too. So they're doing their job. They're doing what we want them to do. So I thought Ivy played a really good game. She was up against probably one of their best hitters, and so she took advantage of that. So yeah, definitely something that we have still been working on this week, just so figuring out what Henning's tendencies are and to get ready for who and where to block tomorrow night too. So definitely an important part of the game.
Yep. All right. So taking a look at the Hillcrest before we get into the Henning game.
Yep.
Hillcrest, and you and I talked about this just before we went on air. Abby Johnson, 8 kills. Haley Hansen, 5 kills. 7 for Addie Twidwell. 7 for Matea Vig. 6 for Caitlin Kaler.
Yeah.
And Ivy had 1. But
Yep.
we talked about how you spread that out.
Yeah.
Number one, nobody was in double digits, but you had 34 kills total. But
right. Look
it
how
was spread
even
out.
it was. Yeah, our setters did a
Very
great
cool.
job mixing it up, and so everybody's able to score. And good teams need everybody to be able to score because they're going to block Abby Johnson. I mean, everybody knows who Abby is. She's been playing for 5 years, so they know that she's one of our go-to hitters. So when we can spread it out and people are still able to score, that's a huge. It's hard to defend.
Yep.
Hard to block and hard to defend.
Yep.
So they did a very nice job that way. Our setters, Kelsey and Parker, did a great job just mixing it up. So definitely something we've been talking about this week, though, as well.
And one of the stats, Margaret, that stood out to me here was Caitlin's 13 digs. Caitlin Kaler had 13 digs.
Yep.
For her, that's pretty good, isn't it? I mean, you don't expect that out of somebody like Caitlin Kaler in the position she plays.
She had more than Sydney, right?
Yeah,
Sydney's our libero.
exactly.
But they just hit a lot cross-court or pushed a lot cross-court. Our outsides got to be good defenders, though, too. So we expect that because they're defending against the opposite outside. So oftentimes. So I think she has a very good passing stance and passing form and all that stuff. So she's a very good defender in the back row as well as in the front row. She reacts really well to the ball too. So a solid performance for her out of that.
All right, so let's take a look now. Let's take a look at Henning and what's going on.
Sure.
We played them second game of the year.
Yep.
I believe it was a home game, which was kind of a
It was because
different deal,
their gym didn't have AC, so
Right.
they moved it to our house, and we played in the afternoon.
Yeah, it was an
Played in the
afternoon game.
afternoon.
Yep, because
Yeah,
I think
so-
there was football that night.
Yes,
Yep.
yeah. So that was our second game of the year, and we look a lot different than we did now, and I'm sure they know that. And I mean, I'm sure we've both been preparing for each other all week.
Well,
so,
let's go back even
Yeah.
last year. I mean, you played Henning again.
Yeah, same
for
time
for the section championship.
for
correct?
the subsection.
Subsection. That
Yeah.
was so. Here we
Same
are
thing.
again.
Yeah,
Same
deja
thing.
vu. Yeah,
Deja vu all over again,
Yeah.
as Yogi used to say.
yeah.
So Thursday night at 6 p.m., an early start, correct?
Yes, we play the first game. So Fergus is hosting both the north and the south section, and so we're the north, so we play first, which is, I think, to our advantage. We get floor time earlier.
Sure.
We get a little bit more floor time, and then we get a crowded house. We don't have to wait to play and twiddle our thumbs. So definitely excited for tomorrow night.
It's going to be fun.
It's gonna be packed. Get
so
there early.
Okay, without giving away too much, Margaret.
Yeah.
Take a look at what Henning is different now versus what they were at the second game of the season. Is there something you can talk about or that you want to reveal that you've seen so far, watching them?
We just really keyed in onto what hitters have a better opportunity to score off of who's blocking in the front row. We know where their setter's at and her tendencies, and where we can score is the biggest thing.
All right.
So
See, I don't want to give away too much.
No.
So anyway, if you can't make it to the game tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, we're going to have it right here on Three Borders Sports Network. And we'll have it live from Fergus Falls High School, and looking forward to it.
Yes.
The Henning Hornets at 6 p.m.
6 p.m. at Fergus High School.
So we're going to have a pregame show about 5:45 or so. So take a look for us there. And Brian and I don't know if we've decided yet. We're going to do 125, or are you going to take 125?
I think that you are.
I am? Okay, so we'll have it on Red River Communications channel 125 as well. So, all right, Margaret, one last question before I let you go.
Sure.
I think I know Danae Riley's here. I haven't seen Coach Rickles yet. But anyway.
I did. She's here.
Is she here?
Yeah.
Okay. Same question to you. Biggest surprise of the season so far?
Biggest surprise? I don't know
didn't mean
yet.
to stump you. I should have let you know. Huh?
I don't know yet.
Let's wait and see what happens.
Let's wait and see what happens.
Okay, I like that answer
Yeah.
too. All right, B-Dub, you got anything for Margaret?
No, I just wish him luck. I mean, it's
Thank you.
been fun
Appreciate
to watch
that.
him play. I think
blast.
you're getting some stuff from like I'm trying to change shots.
I
And
know
talk
you
at
are. I
the same
see
time
that.
here. But you're getting some good play from some of your girls who didn't play a lot last year.
Right,
Who didn't
huge.
get a lot of experience in Hanson and Kaler and Roberts, and I think that's kind of been sort of the key to some of the success that you've had outside
Yeah,
of,
good point.
of
Sure.
Abby and Twidwell. Too,
I
as well.
agree. Well, maybe so biggest surprise, right? I think we were underestimated, and maybe even based on our own team. Like, can we rise to what we need to, the spots we need to fill from last year that the seniors that graduated left, and definitely rose to the challenge.
I think
So-
those young girls got to see what it takes in order to get it done.
Well, they participated in
Yeah.
it, you
Yep.
know, and they practiced against it,
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
and so
Yep.
they definitely prepped for it,
Yep.
and
Makes
now
a
they
big
want
difference.
it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Makes a big difference.
Yeah, we've had a good week of practice, so I think we're more than ready.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Thank you.
Margaret, we'll see you
Thank
tomorrow
you.
night.
Appreciate it.
We'll be live from Fergus Falls High School with the Henning Hornets and the Breckenridge Cowgirls volleyball squad subsection championship.
Yep.
And then if they win, they play Saturday for the section championship
Yes.
and another chance to go to the state. So that'd be cool back-to-back, see if they can do it. But let's win first on
Let's win first.
Thursday. All right, Margaret, good luck to you and the girls.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back with Dominique Rickles, head coach of the Huskies volleyball squad, coming up next right here on Three Borders Sports Network.
It feels like you're at a bigger university. Right now I won't have any debt, and I might even gain a little extra money through scholarships. There's so many job opportunities. My name is Emily, and I'm here for my future.
I found out way more than just like sports. I met a lot of people just on my floor, and then different activities you could go to that were on campus. I for sure will look back on all the memories and love it. My name is Grace, and I'm here for my future.
Insurance is an important safety net for your family, your home, and your business. Carlson Family Insurance Agency is your local auto owner's insurance provider. At Carlson Family Insurance, they work for their clients, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their /1 goal. Give Carlson Family Insurance a call for all of your personal, farm, business, and crop insurance needs. 701-672-6002 or at cfiagency.com. Carlson Family Insurance, your auto owner's insurance agent.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Eggeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
At Interstate Engineering, our business is about connections. We connect people to water, communities to counties, and counties to the rest of the world. Our work connects main streets to interstates, and yesterday with the potential of tomorrow. With over 40 years of connecting, our experience and expertise are thanks to the clients we have earned, the trust we have built, and the connections we have made. Interstate Engineering, the professionals you need, the people you trust.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Three Borders Sports Network, the Giants Coaches Show, powered by Red River Communications, and we are hosted here by the City Brew Hall. Make sure you stop by the City Brew Hall on November 23rd. I better look at my notes again here, B-Dub. November 23rd, October Road will be here. That's a 21 and over event. It's a $5 cover charge from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. B-Dub will be there cutting the rug.
No, I won't.
That's what you said.
No, I asked you if you were going to be there.
Oh.
I won't be there.
Thanksgiving bingo also on Wednesday, November 23rd from 5:30 to 8, and that's for all ages. So that'll be fun here November 23rd, and that'll be a fun time. It's the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. That's usually a good. I don't want to say party, but I guess it's a good party time.
I'll have practice.
I call it the all-school Breck Wop reunion.
Well, there you go, because everybody's coming home for Thanksgiving.
There you go.
That's true. All right. Well, that's pretty good. All right. We are now joined by head coach of the Huskies volleyball squad, Dominique Rickles. And Dominique, just talking here before you came on air, and we were talking, I heard you talking to Margaret as she was leaving about the situation for the tournament. So we'll talk about that here shortly. But I want to talk about first, back on the 25th, you had a nice win against Grand Forks Central, which was kind of key in the EDC standings as well, too.
It was.
A 3-1 win.
Yeah, the girls played really great. They played with a lot of hustle, and they were just really smart about where they placed the ball and working together as a team. And right now I think we're playing our best volleyball that we have all year, and that's where you want to be going into the end of the season.
Yeah, and that's what Brian has always said, too. He wants to be playing his best basketball at the end of the season. You know, the records count, but they don't count, and when you look at the standings and stuff, it's just playing in and getting there where you need to be. So
yeah, it's November Madness. Anything can happen.
November
right?
Madness. There you go. She coined a new phrase there. So we'll take that. And then Thursday night, you played against Cheyenne, the number one team, I believe, in the state, correct? And number one team in the EDC. They're 22-0 right now, 29-2. They're 22-0 in the EDC. You played them on Thursday, and it was a 3-0 loss up in Cheyenne. So they're a good squad.
They're a very good squad. They have a lot of seniors. I think there's 7 of them, if I'm counting correctly. Not all 7 of them play consistently, but they've got a Bogan Reef on their squad, and I grew up with Bogan Reef.
That's right.
And she's an athlete and a stud, and she was hard to stop from the front row and the back row. She was the threat all the way around the court.
Yeah, when you can do that in volleyball, that's a big advantage, I guess. All right, so now let's take a look here. We got tomorrow night coming up, and you're hosting Horace, who I believe, if I remember right, looking at the schedule, you played them in the very first match of the season.
Yes, we did.
At Horace.
At Horace, and it was one of those games where the girls just didn't show up ready to play, so I'm excited to have the second shot at them. Home court advantage, and like I said earlier, the girls are playing their best volleyball, and Horace has some great athletes, but they're a young team, and this is a new situation for them this year. So if we can take advantage of our experience with playing games, even though I wasn't a part of that in past year, but the girls are in the right mentality and mindset to take the win tomorrow.
Oh, that's good. And let's talk about then how huge that would be moving forward into the play-in game, which would be this coming Saturday, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so right now, as you were talking to Margaret, and then we talked about it here before we went on the air, you don't know for sure where you're going to go, but you are on the road.
Yes, regardless, we'll be on the road. So if we win tomorrow, we'll secure the 9 seed because we're in a 3-way tie with Grand Forks Central and Valley City. If we lose, we'll take the 10 seed and we'll be playing against Shanley. So if we win, we'll be playing Horace back-to-back.
And the reason that the Huskies are dropping down to the 10 seed, looking at it here, is because, yeah, you are tied with Valley City right now, but you are ahead. You do have the tiebreaker against Grand Forks Central. But if Valley City has more wins than you do, or excuse me, if you stay tied with Valley City in the, how am I trying? No, I'm blowing it here. You'd ask me to.
So if we stay tied in the EDC, since they beat us twice in regular season, they will take the upper hand on us.
The 9 seed, yep.
Yeah, we got through it together. That's
there we
all
go.
that matters.
Yeah, if you'd asked for the help, B-Dub could probably explain that one better here.
I don't want to talk about it because it brings up bad vibes for me, because we tied for a share of the EDC championship, and we bubbled all the way down the 4th.
Yeah, that's
so. It's a sore subject.
It's a sore subject with him from a couple years ago.
I don't like ties.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
And I'm still upset about the last time we played Valley City, so it brings up some bad vibes for me as well.
Yeah, you got a little taste of Valley City, didn't you?
I am not a fan.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything, but welcome to coaching in the EDC. So,
Yeah,
there you go.
She got a nice warm welcome.
I did.
To Valley City.
So it could be traveling to Horace, or it could be traveling to Shanley on Saturday.
Yeah,
We just don't know. It depends on what happens tomorrow night.
Before last night, it was looking like it was either going to be Grand Forks, Red River, or Horace, but Grand Forks, Red River swept Shanley, which was surprising to me. So Shanley's fighting through a few injuries as well, so they're not at full strength right now.
Okay. So, again, that'll be a EDC play-in game on the road for the Huskies. Unfortunately, it won't be a home match, and we're still deciding. I don't know if we're going to be able to get permission to do that one beat-up or not. So
I don't know. It depends on where it would be.
Yep.
So I think Horace might be a little bit easier to get into. Shanley's got Shanley TV. I don't know if they would be doing the game or not. But
so it's to be seen, I guess. If we
Okay.
can get up there, we will. All right. Biggest surprise of the season for you so far? We're not done yet, so you can answer it like Margaret did and say, well, we're not done, so I can't say it.
I'm going to say the exact same answer.
Okay.
Ditto.
All right, so we can do that. All right, B-Dub, you got anything else for Coach?
No, I just they're in a position, you're not always a nice position to be in to have to win a game, but they're in a pretty good position because you could win a match against Horace and have to turn around and play them again, so you could put some doubt in their mind if you could knock them off and then have to go up to their place. But like she said, they're a different volleyball team than they were the first match of the season.
They're a young squad,
totally
and they've
different.
also moved some players around from I've been watching film on them, and they've moved players around from positions they were playing the first time that I saw them. And I think that's actually to our advantage, the way that they move their players around.
All right.
But
that sounds encouraging.
Yeah, I know this is our last coaches show, and I just want to touch on the seniors a little bit,
Sure.
because I've had a blast coaching them, and I wish I would have had more time with them, because you can see like the work that they put in and the way that they've developed to the end of the season. And I'm just extremely proud of all 5 of them. And tomorrow's senior night, so if you can come out and support the girls on their last final home game, I would greatly appreciate that tomorrow, and I know the girls would as well.
I had that note there, Coach, and I have it right there too in front of me that it's senior night tomorrow night. So I'm glad you brought it up. And again, it's a special night for those young ladies and for the coach. Her first season here. I'm sure there's going to be a few tears, but it'll be a good time too. So good luck tomorrow night.
I appreciate that very much.
All right, and congratulations to the seniors on the Husky squad, and keep her going. And maybe we'll get into next week. The quarterfinals start on November 8th, it says here. So
Yes, they do.
all right, so that'll be cool. So that'll be at the top seeds on that November 8th date, and then after that, then they go to West Fargo High School after that. So, Dom, anything else?
Go Huskies.
Go Huskies. All right, we like that. All right, we'll be right back with Danae Riley, head coach of the BW Storm swimming team, coming up next. Thanks, Dom.
Thank you.
Since 1996, Giants have been a go-to snack for quality. Giants works directly with farmers to ensure you're receiving the best Giant seeds in every bag. From planting to harvest, they ensure the quality and attention sunflowers deserve to deliver the best taste possible. Giants cashews and pistachios continue our tradition of making the finest nut available. They're a fan favorite. Whether you're in the mood for dill pickle, sour cream and onion, or bacon ranch, we have the flavors to satisfy your cravings. Giant Snacks, where quality still matters. That's the Giants difference. Comdell Innovation is now hiring production technicians for a variety of shifts with opportunities to make $20 or more per hour. Work in a clean, climate-controlled facility. Second shift, 4 10-hour days, every weekend off, 3:30 p.m. to 2 a.m., and 4-crew rotation, straight days 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. or straight nights 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Apply in person or online at ComdelInnovation.com. Comdel Innovation of Wahpeton, an employee-owned company.
Brew Hall in Wahpeton is your family restaurant with chef-inspired food and friendly staff. Don't miss their weekly events, including live music, trivia, bingo, and more. Happy hour specials Monday through Friday, along with game day specials during all of your favorite sporting events. 24 beers on tap and brunch served Saturday and Sunday with bottomless mimosas. You're sure to find something you'll love. Follow City Brew on Facebook to see what's happening. If you'd like to join their great team at City Brew, head to brewrestaurants.com/employment. City Brew Hall in the heart of downtown Wahpeton. Washing your car just got a whole lot cheaper. With All Seasons Car Wash Unlimited plans, you can wash your car whenever you want for as little as $33 a month. You can even wash your pet at All Seasons Car Wash. So this fall, keep your vehicle and your pet clean. Conveniently located at 1300 4th Avenue South next to Tractor Supply Company in Wahpeton. To enroll in an unlimited car wash plan, please visit allseasonscw.com.
OSPTI offers pediatric physical, occupational, and speech therapy. We work with children of all ages that have a variety of conditions that may limit or delay their functional activities. Through therapeutic play, our goal is to help each child participate alongside their peers to their full potential.
You hit the button right when I was taking a drink.
No, the screen comes back on its own, and you just happen to be taking a drink.
Oh.
When the screen came back.
It was my fault.
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome back to Three Border Sports Network, the Giants Coach Show, powered by Red River Communications, and we're brought to you here at the City Brew Hall, and a great place to be. And we made head coach of the BW Storm swimming team, Danae Riley, climb the ladder here, and the date's coming fast here. January.
Is. Yeah, January 8th.
Man,
yeah,
January.
I can still make it up the ladder though.
You did. I was just like, oh, fingers are crossed. And she made it up. So. Welcome to Danae Riley, head coach of the BW Storm swim team. I haven't seen you probably for about a month.
It's been a while.
Raleigh was here the last time we were here, and then you guys
You
had
should ask her if she knows how to shoot bow.
No.
Because she can shoot a gun.
It's
Do you
true.
shoot bow too?
Not often, no.
Oh, jeez.
Did you hit an 8-point buck from like 10 feet away?
No, it wasn't 10 feet.
I would hope so.
It wasn't 10 feet. It was more like 30 yards, 32 to be exact. And I missed.
But let's just say
no.
he missed. He
Oh
missed.
no.
First time ever shooting a crossbow.
Oh,
Well,
here
there
we
you
go.
go.
Here we go.
First time.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
okay.
I told my son and my hunting buddy there from Wisconsin, I told them it hit a twig. And they
Oh.
believed me for a while, but I don't think they believe me anymore. But I flat out missed it. So there was a little hair on the arrow, though, so I must have just skinned it.
Just nicked it.
Missed it by not much.
Yeah, there was one of those things. All right, head coach of the BW Storm swim team joins me now, and that's Danae Riley. Danae, again, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you
for having
again.
me.
So, well, let's see. Since the last time we were here, I think we had a parent night at Fargo South on October 18th.
We did, yep.
So it was a good night, number one for the parent night and the player
It was.
night. So
Yeah, so us and Fargo South and Shanley, we all do parents night
All at the
instead
same?
of just senior night because we and Shanley are so small that we have one senior. So we take the time to recognize our whole team, which is super.
That's pretty cool.
Super cool. They get to recognize their parents and share that with them. So they get to do it 6 times if they're on the team the whole time. So they enjoy it. They enjoy having their parents there and celebrating them a little bit. So
that's a very cool thing. So how did that meet go for the Storm?
it was a really good meet for us. We had a couple season bests in 100 free. I think Ellie Hendrickson swam the 100 free that night and swam a season best in that one. And we had Elena Legesse. She qualified again for the EDC meet. She had already qualified, but swam another qualifying time. So
Good for
we had
her.
a lot of qualifying times this year.
Yeah, you did. It's been fun to watch your Facebook page. I'm assuming you're the one that updates
I do,
it. So
yeah.
I do see those updates, and I glanced at it again tonight here just to make sure I had notes. But again, the girls are doing very well. So then on the 27th, just a few days ago, you had another tri meet at At Davies, I think it was.
Yeah. And that one was kind of a later meet. Usually about 2 weeks out of our EDC meet, we don't really do much for meets anymore. But we couldn't really fit it in when we were making our schedule last winter. So we tacked it on right at the end, and it was a good meet for our girls. It had a little bit of a rough ending for what we actually had not one of our swimmers, but one of the Davies swimmers passed out while she was swimming. So she's okay.
While she was swimming?
While she was swimming,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
So it was a little hectic ending. So that Facebook post was a little more mute. It wasn't. I kind of felt bad posting about our success when they were going through that as a team.
Sure.
But from what I've heard, she's doing well and she's recovered. So
Just had a
it's
little
good.
bit of exhaustion issue, and
I don't know.
Yeah, it's none of our business, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, we wish her well. And she was from Shanley, you said?
No, Davies.
Davies, a Davies swimmer. Okay, so we wish her well. And all right, so let's look forward now to the EDC meet, which is November 5th, I believe.
Yeah, Saturday.
Saturday already. So you're going to interrupt some deer hunting for some guys.
We sure are.
But you don't care.
No.
So November 5th up in West Fargo at the Hurlburt, the EDC takes place, and I'll let you expound on EDC.
Yeah, so the diving will start earlier in the morning, and we don't have divers, so we get to sleep in a little bit more. So we'll, yeah, well, everyone else is in Fargo, so that they don't have to travel anyway. Well, Grand Forks comes down, I guess, but we'll start about 1:15 with our competition, and it'll be a longer meet. They'll get some of the diving done in the morning, and then the rest of it will be in the middle of the meet where it usually is in a duel. But we'll have lots of fast swims. We'll wear our tech suits, and so those are the ones that go down to your knee and wear them in the
Tech
Olympics.
suits.
Those ones.
Did I learn something new again?
You learn something new again. You'll
Tech
forget
suits.
it, though, but that's okay.
So they go down to the knee. Why do you call it a tech suit then? Because it's
it's-
high technology or what?
Yeah.
Wow.
Come on. Really? It's not like you got a
it's
computer chip in it. It's-
Super tight
yeah.
swimsuit that it kind of just sheds the water a little bit extra. So.
Wow.
You watch the Olympics?
Yes, I do.
They wear them.
They do
You
wear
would
them.
know.
I didn't know it was called a tech suit, though. I just thought it was a new swimming suit that's down to your knees.
Yep. You have to learn how to you have to learn how to say yes, and like you know what's going on, even though you don't know.
And then you just Google it later.
Yeah, and then later you can Google it. Then next time you can talk about it like you always knew.
Like a fast pool.
Exactly. There you go. There you
We'll
go.
wear our tech suits in a fast pool on Saturday.
There you go. Wear the tech suits in a fast pool. All right, so we got just about everybody swimming in the EDC meet, don't we?
Yeah, we had one 7th grader not qualify, but everybody else is swimming 2 events. We have one girl swimming just one, but we have 13 individual events on Saturday and 2 relays going, so it's going to be a great meet.
It's going to be fun for the girls. And then state meet is on November 11th and 12th.
Yep, the
and that is
following
also
weekend.
in West Fargo.
Yep, same
So
pool. Good for us
same venue.
because last year we had to go to Bismarck in a snowstorm.
Oh, that's
And that wasn't
right.
very fun, but
That's right.
yeah, so we don't have to go far this year. We get to sleep in our own beds that night and no hotel and good things.
That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
the pool we swim in often, so they're comfortable in it, which is always a good thing.
And one senior.
One senior, yep,
So-
Elena Legess.
Yep. She's
Yes.
And she's qualified for EDC, so she's going to
Yep,
do as
she'll
well as
swim
she
the
can.
100 back on Saturday, and she's been on our team for 6 years. She started right away in 7th grade, and she's been a strong swimmer and just an all-around nice person. She's just very, she's the first one up and cheering at the end of a lane when other girls are swimming, even if she just swam or if she has a race coming up. She's always cheering on her teammates, and she's just an all-around good athlete and generous with her time.
That's what a senior should do, and
Exactly.
she was a good leader that way.
Yep, and she's our captain this year too.
And she's
so.
your captain, so you can't ask for
Yeah.
much more out of a senior
No.
like that.
No.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, the girls call her Jima Jessie.
Jima.
Jima Jessie.
Wow.
Yep. Her name is always pronounced LeJessie
Oh,
when
sure.
they pronounce her at swim meets. So yep, they took it and ran with it. But
Well, a good announcer guy would go and get pronunciations, wouldn't you think?
Most of them would.
I do.
I know you do.
All right.
I know.
I'll make it.
I know.
It's a big deal.
Yep.
I even got to ask Freddie sometimes how to pronounce some of his guys. No, I don't. Just kidding. All right. Anything else there, Coach?
No.
We want to
that's
wish
it.
the Storm good luck in the EDC tournament this Saturday at West Fargo. They can certainly go up and watch. There's room for fans up there.
Oh yeah, lots of room.
So go up there to the Hurlburt and see that beautiful facility. I've never been there, but it must be something.
It is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a nice facility.
I'm sure it is. And cheer on the West Fargo Storm if you're not out deer hunting. And Good luck.
Wahpeton Storm.
What did I say?
West Fargo.
We'll go up to, really?
I don't have anything to say.
Okay.
It's been a long day.
Go up to West Fargo
There we
and
go.
watch the BW Storm.
There
That's
we
what
go.
I'm trying to say. So it'll get there.
Yeah.
All right, Danae Riley, thanks for joining us again. Good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
Danae Riley, head coach of the BW Storm. We got Chad Fredrickson, Cowboys football head coach, coming up next right here on Three Borders Sports Network.
Wants you to open an account.
Sign up.
Then along come sneaky fees. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Exactly why you should compare your bank to Bell Bank. At Bell, we don't nickel and dime you with fees on things like checking accounts and ATMs. If you hate sneaky fees, switch to a bank you'll love and give sneaky fees the boot. Bell Bank.
Thrivent and Will Ulick provides clarity for where you are today, confidence for where you go tomorrow. Thrivent combines financial expertise with purpose-based planning to help you with where you are today and where you want to be tomorrow. At Thrivent, Will Ulick can help you address a variety of complex subjects to meet your unique wealth management needs, from retirement planning to investment management and estate planning. Thrivent, what are you invested in? Thrive with purpose. Thrivent and Will Ulick supports all area sports teams and wishes them the best of luck.
Although Digital Guru is known for computer sales and repair, did you know we also install audio and video equipment for your home or business? We install a range of security systems, including cameras and door access control. Digital Guru also offers next-generation cybersecurity, providing 24/7 monitoring and protection from today's ever-increasing cyber attacks. For more information on the services we provide, call Digital Guru or visit our website today.
Since 1996, Giants have been a go-to snack for quality. Giants works directly with farmers to ensure you're receiving the best Giant seeds in every bag. From planting to harvest, they ensure the quality and attention sunflowers deserve to deliver the best taste possible. Giants cashews and pistachios continue our tradition of making the finest nut available. They're a fan favorite. Whether you're in the mood for dill pickle, sour cream and onion, or bacon ranch, we have the flavors to satisfy your cravings. Giant Snacks, where quality still matters. That's the Giants difference.
Welcome back, everybody, to the City Brew. We're at the City Brew tonight here with our final, probably our final fall coaches show here, the Giants Coaches Show, powered by Red River Communications. We want to thank Giant Snacks and Red River Communications, along with the City Brew. And the City Brew, Brian, on the 23rd of November, they're going to host October Road, a 21 and over event, which you qualify at least double. For that event.
You might be triple.
Come on now. That's a $5 cover charge from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. October Road, the night before Thanksgiving, and then also the night before Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving Bingo. That's more my speed.
That is.
Wednesday, November 23rd, 5:30 to 8. All ages welcome. Again, the City Brew having a fun night here the night before Thanksgiving. So, welcome again, everybody, here to the Giants Coaches Show. And Chad Fredrickson, head coach of the Breckenridge Cowboys football squad, joins me here now, and Brian, of course, as well. Chad, I'm going to back up a little bit here. We're going to talk about Monaga football here, a 35-0 win. And then you had a New York Mills victory. And one of the things I wanted to talk about here was the defense throwing a couple of shutouts here right away here in the tournament. So, and that might be some of your notes you want to talk about, but I'm sure you're thrilled about that.
Yeah, I tell you what, you end your year kind of with Pelican Rapids and their dynamic offense and their quarterback and what he was able to do. He kind of head into the playoffs going, yeah, where are we at exactly? And then we turn around in Monaga and pitch a shutout. We held them to 1 total rushing yard. And
that's crazy.
Yeah, and then 110 total yards. So you give yourself a really good chance to win a football game when you're holding somebody to 111 total yards. So our defense really stepped up. Individually, Alex Schockert had a great game. Landon Blofis. Well, you go across the whole defense. Dallin Ernst, Alan Martinez, Gavin Peterson, Alex Martell, Alex Sanchez, Bailey Evans, Austin Drulo, Jackson Riggs, David Erlinson, all played extremely well. And you got to have that good, team defense in order to, hold the team down, such as we did. And the 35-0 there, and then 21-0 against New York Mills. We held them to 132 total yards. So. When we've been able to play that kind of defense, holding people for under 150 yards offense, we've won those games. So,
pretty good.
I'm really proud of those guys and our coaching staff of putting together a game plan that was kind of eliminated what they did best and eliminated or put them into some uncomfortable situations and able to come out with a victory on both those games. So.
All right, so a nice win in Monaga. You come out fairly healthy, as everybody knows, and we talked about it on the broadcast too as well. Cam Neto unable to play, and I think he's been ruled out for the season. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's we'll see.
Okay.
It will
could be week to week.
Yeah, it's going to be a game time decision with all our guys. We're really banged up. We got a number of guys that have really sat out this week, and we'll see how they are tomorrow. And so 2 games in a week, it makes it really tough. Playing Tuesday and turn around, play on Saturday. And so we got a lot of guys that are. I tell you what, the biggest thing about this senior crew, and we talked a little bit about mentioning some of those guys, their leadership has really been the easiest way to explain this crew is resilient. Because we've lost a lot of guys. Dylan Bernatis, Jake Hare for the year.
Yep.
Cam, Gavin Peterson's been banged up. Dallin Ernst is playing with 2 dislocated shoulders. Landon Blofis has had a dislocated shoulder. Alex Sanchez has played really well. Alex Martell gets hurt every time we do any breakdown segment. He's limping around. Goose, Gustin Berkvist Erickson or whatever got banged up in our in that Monaga game. Alex Schockert is basically playing on one leg. And I've mentioned that already. Zane Mickelson, Joey Konzemius, Corey Doman, Austin Drulo. We've had all those guys at one point or another have probably sat out and been nicked up, and they just keep coming back. Gibson Hasbargen, if I failed to mention Gib, but just a resilient bunch.
I guess
we've had our highs and we've had our lows. We went in and we obviously lost that first game and kind of came back and then lost a tough one against Frazee and it's just been such a roller coaster ride as far as our health and where we kind of just are at and that Pelican game kind of getting blown out there, but then the resiliency just comes through and our refocus of playoff time and doing what we did against Monaga, getting seeded the way we got seeded. You can't control that. What you can control out and just come out and play your best football, and that's what we've done the last 2 games. So the resiliency of those senior crew and the resiliency of this team has really shown through. Very proud of them, but I hope we're not done. Hopefully we can go have another one of these kind of performances in the championship game and put some icing on the cake.
All right, the last year's loss in the Dome to New York Mills was the 32-0 loss. You came back and defeated them in New York Mills in the semifinal matchup and a 21-0 win. So a great win. You had some things go well offensively, some big plays too as well that worked for you. And let's just talk about that a little bit there. I know you've got some notes there. Maybe you want to touch something.
I can probably go into this and not come up for wind again, like I normally do. But, the big thing is we've had some guys really step up. Bailey Evans has really played well for us in the last 2 games. He's made a lot of smart plays for us. We've only passed for 45 yards in both of the 2 games. So 45 yards in the Monaga game, 45 yards in the New York Mills game. But he's been very smart with the ball. He's ran the ball extremely well. Had a 70-yard big play against Monaga.
Yep.
As his coach sitting down there with him too. Coach Yagi said he was just 2 yards short of being fast enough to get into the end zone. So, So we've had some guys really step up and play well here, and that's what you have to do. Paul Armitage has played extremely well.
He's been playing really well.
Yeah,
well, he can hit that corner.
He does, and it's Gavin Peterson is just that bulldozer as we've mentioned before, and it was interesting. He had one of the big carries of the last game, New York Mills. He went in and he was just kind of a battering ram. He was looking for the next guy to hit, and then all of a sudden they popped the ball out of there and he fumbled, and he gets very angry, at himself, and I mean, he just came back and was just consistently, better and better after that. So, David Erlinson stepped up in some tough spots. Alex Sanchez has been making big plays after big plays for us in the last few games here. So we're leaning on some of our seniors. We have high expectations of some of the young guys that are coming in, and Jackson Riggs had a big pick.
Yes, he did.
In the last game, so that's huge. I'm just hoping our walking wounded can come back and perform at a high level come Friday. But again, our guys up front, Zane Mickelson, Joey Konzemius, Corey Doman, Eli Butts, Dallin Ernst, Landon Blofis is our tight end. It's really changed since we moved Dallin out, or excuse me, I always combine kind of Dallin and Landon, so I apologize to all our fans and things like this, because it's kind of, those guys are interchangeable parts or wherever. They're kind of those bookends or whatever you want to call them. But since we put Landon at the tight end spot, it's kind of stretched defenses out a little bit more and gives us a guy that not only can block and do things that he's always done, but he can catch, and he's so athletic and does some things. So, I mean, he's played well, but those guys up front in general, we've moved Eli Butts out and put Joey at the center, Joey Konzemius at the center, and move Eli Butts out to the tackle, and that's really worked out well. Eli's gotten better every game, and his blocking down and assignments he's been really good with that. So, defensively, Alan Martinez has played well. Alex Martell has played extremely well. So, I mean, we have Austin Drulo has gotten better every game. So it's just continued to see the growth and things like this, and as it comes back to that resiliency, these guys have never really given up on each other or anything like that, and that's what it takes to get to this this time of year, to get that championship game, and hopefully we can just continue to grow and get even better. Our best game is yet to be played.
That's good. That's a good thing. And one of the other things too, the Cowboys have been done well on the road.
We like the road.
For some reason this year they like the road.
Yeah, you can't argue with it.
No,
we've played our best football when we've been away.
Yep.
We've maybe the comforts of home or whatever are not good. We get into recliner mode or something when we're playing at home.
So big yellow bus, maybe.
Yeah, the big yellow bus. But I my hat's off to the guys, and we're not a huge pump it up, talk type of team. I think that I've made that mistake a number of times with these guys. Is some other teams have given us a little bit of ammunition to go in and talk a big story, and we'll talk, and that seems to take us in a different direction. We get, we're just kind of a calm, cool, collected. We proved that in the Holly game where we never really got too excited about anything. We lost Cam early in that game, and we just, we were playing from behind the whole time, and we just found a way, and good fortune obviously has a little bit to do with that, and making that fumble recovery later on in the game and doing some things. But I tell you what, it's sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and we've had that, good fortunes, but we've also been very, very good. So
a resilient team. And one thing I got to ask you about, Coach, here was some questions that came up on the air, and some disgruntled New York Mills fans there. And I did read in the paper in Robert's article that the onside kick was kind of a whiff. It was not intended to be an onside kick. Is that correct?
Because that is very correct.
It looked like there were some hard feelings coming across the way at you there, and I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew that Landon was kicking for Goose.
We can go back in this whole storied year or whatever of the first time I remember talking to you about this, when Goose came and kicked for the first time, and everybody just stopped and was in awe of it. Well, we got Landon back now, because Goose is a little banged up, and it's a 50-50 shot if Landon's going to hit the ball anyway. So, and he in good humor, So we did not do that. It's the same basic thing coming back to when Pelican played us. Pelican was way up, and the kid mishit onside kick. They recovered it, and it looks bad, but it happens.
It
So
happens.
and we weren't trying to do that. It was a great play because they were all peeling back, and we recovered it immediately.
Yep.
But no, not something that we would do in those scenarios, especially. But it happens, and that's where the good fortune. The ball bounces your way sometime, and that's the team that advances, and sometimes it doesn't bounce your way. So.
All right. Okay, so now let's take a look at OTC coming up here. We played them early in the season. It was a conversion that we missed. Could have been a tie game or could have been a win, and it was that close. So what have you seen different so far this year, Coach? I'm sure you've looked at some more film on them now. What's different with them, or maybe you don't even want to divulge that secret right now, but is there a different team that you're going to be playing on Saturday versus what you played in the first game of the year?
No, I don't think so. They beat us through the air. They beat us with a lot of big plays. We were, again, you look back on the statistics of that game, it looks like, Breckenridge wins in kind of a landslide when you look at the stats, because we ran for a lot of yards, we gained, did a lot of things with time of possession, the first downs, all those were leaned towards us, but ultimately, they made they had 4 or 5 big plays that led to scores, and it's the same team, but they're going to do a lot of different things. I think we're expecting a lot of different looks from them. We're expecting them to, do anything they possibly can to screw us up to obviously get the win. And we're Coach Christensen, Coach Yagi, Coach Urbis, Coach Herder have done a great job of trying to prep our guys to make sure they're seeing things. And the big thing is keeping things in front of us in their passing game. They have some great athletes. Their quarterback is as good as we've seen all year, probably, other than Pelican's quarterback.
Yep.
And he can make plays with his legs as well. So they're multi-talented, got a lot of guys that can make plays. So, we're just this time of the year, let's line up, let's play, and hopefully our physicality can lean things our way, and we can get out to a lead and never look back. But again, they're going to make plays. There's no ends about it. They're going to make some plays. So we just got to be able to make sure that we respond to those things in a good manner.
I think the Cowboys are going to do well, so I just wanted to say that. Also, I want to just Raleigh brought it up during the broadcast of the game against New York Mills, and the question came up on our ride home too as well. I wonder when the last time a 5th seed went to the championship game of Section 6. Do you have any idea? I mean, that's got to be rare, I would think.
Well, yeah, it's definitely rare. I know that we've heard every time that we go through these things, the historical people or whatever in Breckenridge always make sure that they come and tell me all these things. But I think a while back there was a Breckenridge team that was the 5th seed that came through and actually won the section. Again, I'm sure people will correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I had understood, and Coach Herder had said that he thought that there was one, but it's obviously rare, and
sure.
It put us in our away jerseys. It made us get on the road, and that's where we're playing our best football, and we get to do that again on Friday, and just looking forward to the opportunity. Guys don't need any extra mojo to play against OTC. They've been our arch nemesis for quite some time, and it's going to be a great high school football game, great atmosphere. Just looking forward to it.
I saw Goose after the game on Friday night and visited with him a little bit there. First time I'd ever met the young man, and we got a text message from his family watching the game on Three Borders Sports Network, and we'll make sure we plug him on Saturday again when we do the game.
Yeah, that's fun.
At the Dome.
He's been such a great addition to our team.
Hope he can play.
I hope, he kicked a little bit today, so I'm hoping that he's able to help us with some extra points and things like this.
Although Bailey Evans did a nice job with the boot, too.
Bailey Evans is our super toe.
Wow.
If you remember the old school bop him on the head, kick him kind of things, that's where Bailey's at. He thumps him. We put
I
that
was
flat toe shoe on,
surprised.
and so he's been working on it all summer long. And,
Is he down there?
Yeah, he's down there. So
hey, Bailey. Nice job, Bailey.
Want to come and show your shoe off?
Yeah, I want to come and show us your shoe.
Goose is down there, too. So
Goose down there?
We got all
there
sorts
he is.
of guys. Yeah.
I see him. Goose, I hope you're ready for Saturday, or Friday. Attaboy, got the thumbs up. Yep. Awesome. Well, that's pretty cool. So, B-Dub, you got anything else for Coach Freddie here? I'm going to let him go. We've taken up a lot of his time here this evening.
I just like that seeds don't matter. You know, I think there were a lot of people who were upset that you weren't seated a little bit higher, but at the end of the day, who cares?
You got to beat them.
You got to beat them. You know, the only thing I feel bad for is I think our seniors lost out an opportunity to maybe play one more game
play one more at home.
But who knows? You know, we'd have played like we played at home. We might not be playing now.
Right.
So you know, it's all fate and things like this. I'm not, you know, I'm not going to sit here and be critical of the QRF and that seating things, but there is some questions that need to be answered after we're done with this to make sure we clarify some of these things.
Right.
And so we'll see what happens.
Your schedule was as tough as anybody's,
Yeah,
regardless of how they come up with the final seeding. The teams that you played were they're far superior than some of the others.
Some really good teams.
Very true. Well, Freddie, we'll be there. Three Border Sports Network will be there.
Appreciate it very much.
We're going to have a big crew. Brian and I and Raleigh and Kevin will be there. My son Adam and my son Evan. We're going to have cameras all over the place.
College game day. Holy smokes.
We're ready to go.
Getting the band back together.
That's right. College game day. Yeah, we'd take that. All right,
thank you,
Freddie,
guys.
good luck. We'll see you Friday at the Dome.
Thank
all
you,
right. Well, Coach Chad Fredrickson of the Cowboys football squad. We'll be right back with head coach of the Huskies football squad. That's Wade Gilbertson waiting in the wings.
Looking for reliable professionals to handle your building construction needs? Contact SMB Custom Homes in Wyndmere. You can depend on them to build your dream home the way you want it. SMB Custom Homes will take care of all construction aspects, from design to delivery. Contact them to get your pre-engineered home delivered to your location. They can even attach a garage and additional rooms on site. SMB Custom Homes, 439-0045.
Have you ever considered chiropractic for your family? Dr. Andrea and the staff at Hornstein Family Chiropractic love to see families. With 16 years of experience seeing brand new babies, pregnant women, toddlers, teens, athletes, she cares for your family like it's her family. Join Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 715 Dakota Avenue in Wahpeton, and we will help your family grow up healthy. Call 701-672-1300 for the next soonest available appointment, because at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is a family affair.
Thank you, Andrea. First kid in my family to have graduated from college. And then at NDSCS, they told me, hey, look, you can get credits for this, you can go further. So I start to see like my horizon broaden up. I'm going to be pretty unstoppable. My name is Julie, and I'm here for my future.
Right after school, I'm right into the workforce. I don't have to go looking for a job, and that's kind of what made me take a step forward into being a diesel tech at NDSCS. No looking back. My name is Eli, and I'm here for my future.
Push that one. There you go.
I don't know what I'm doing.
You do too. You've been here and done that a few times. Welcome back, everybody, to the Giants Coaches Show here on Three Borders Sports Network, powered by Red River Communications. And we are located tonight at the City Brew Hall here. And Brian Watson to my right. I'm Joe Schreiner. We're joined by head coach of the Huskies football squad. That's Wade Gilbertson.
Fellas.
Wade, how you doing?
Awesome. How are you guys doing?
Been a while. It's been a while. I've been out a couple weeks, man, and
it's all
been
good.
busy. Been in the tractor. Okay, go ahead and say it.
I'm not going to say anything.
Well, you said it to Danae.
I was going to ask him if he had recovered from parent-teacher conferences. That's what I was going to ask him.
Was that tonight too?
No, I had to set my alarm to get out of bed just to come here. It's a tiring night. It's a tough night.
I thought he was going to tell you all about the 8-point buck that I missed with my bowl, but
everybody already knows.
Well, yeah, you told Danae and everybody else in the whole room. I mean, Renee Langenwalter and Lori Matichek sitting down there, they're just laughing up and chuckling it up.
It'll be all over town now.
Yeah, it will. Yep. So, anyway, yes, I missed my first time ever shooting with a crossbow because I'm old. I can shoot with a crossbow. Yep. I missed a nice 8-point.
About 10 feet away.
No, it was 32 yards. So
it's all good, buddy.
Well, thank you. Thank you. All right, head coach of the Huskies football squad here is Wade Gilbertson joining us here tonight. Wade, taking a look back at the season. First let's talk about the 68-20 win over Turtle Mountain. Nice win for the Huskies on that night. I don't think we've met since then. That was back on October 21st. So it's a good win for the Huskies there to go into the postseason.
Yeah, and a fun night to have senior night, to have those kids go out that way. It was a lot of fun. We were able to move the ball, and we didn't punt all night, and we were scoring on successive plays, and the defense did its job. It was just an overall fun night for our seniors and for our entire program to win that game headed into the state tournament. Kind of gave us a little bit of a boost going into that next week. So it was an awful lot of fun that night.
It wasn't like you were turning on the gas there or anything. I was able to watch most of the game there from the tractor, but it wasn't like you were turning on the gas and keeping your foot on the gas pedal the whole game. It was just what you were taking, what the defense gave you.
Yeah, and it was. I mean, again, we were scoring on consecutive plays, and a lot of our motion and a lot of our RPO, a lot of our misdirection, smoke and mirrors, whatever you want to call it, was causing them some issues on the defensive side of the football, and we were just able to punch it in on a number of consecutive plays. We had a lot of big plays, both offensive and defensively. Just a whole bunch of fun to be able to call plays when that's happening. And you're right, I don't think that we had our foot on the gas. We left our starters in the third quarter, but one of the things that happened last year against Turtle Mountain is they put up 34 points against us in one quarter, and they just scored at will against us. And they were big, and they were strong, and they were not going to take out their varsity guys. They had a lot of their varsity guys into the very last minute, and we didn't score any touchdowns in the fourth quarter, so we tried to let up off the gas just a little bit. Yeah,
I hear you. And then it was I would assume at that point in time it was a running clock too. I guess
second half was a running clock.
Yep,
so the second half didn't take long at all. In fact, we didn't run very many plays in the third quarter at all. Yes, we scored touchdowns in the third quarter, but we didn't run many offensive plays at all in that second half.
So congratulations on the regular season final win, and to the seniors for their final game at John Randall here. Jeez, going back to baseball now. Holy, it's been a few weeks.
We got one more interview to go, and then we'll be good.
Primetime Larry Lash is sitting outside waiting.
Yep.
So. All right, so it's their final game at Frank Verton Field, excuse me. And so I'm sure it was kind of an emotional night for some of those guys, too, as well, on senior night.
I think so. I mean, they had a good time. It wasn't a loss by any means for them to be upset about, but it might have been more emotional for me. I'm not sure. But to coach this group when I first started as head coach all the way up until now, maybe – I was more emotional than they were. I had a lot of fun coaching them that last time at Frank Verton. And, this group that we had as seniors, they have not had an easy go of it going all the way back to junior high school. The legend is that they won either 0 or 1 games, depending on who you asked, in junior high school. And then their first 2 years of high school football here with us was 1 win in 18 games. And to be able to win 10 games in the last 2 seasons, I thought speaks volumes about the effort that these seniors put into our program. I love every one of them, and I'm going to miss every single one of them for the rest of my life. I mean, the things that they did for our program over the last 4 years, the ups and downs that we had, I don't know if I could ever repay them, and I'm going to carry them right here for a very long time.
Absolutely, and you're a baseball guy too as well, and you have that feeling in your heart too as well for the baseball players. I mean, I get a little closer to the baseball guys, which some of these guys are as well, but there's always that special place for those kids.
Oh, absolutely, and like I said, I can't thank them enough for everything that they've done, and
great leaders.
Hats off to our coaching staff and our program as well. I mean, we wrung every little ounce of football out of those kids up until the very last day. And to have the success that they had in the last couple of years, I could not be happier or more proud of a group of seniors.
And unfortunately, the postseason ends. The season for the Huskies, they come in as a 6 seed. They have to take on the number 3 seed, Red River. Coach, I'm going to ask a difficult question just on my part, I guess, just my thinking. I didn't care for that matchup. I didn't think Red River was, you probably would have had to go through Red River eventually, but I would have hoped for a little better matchup for the Huskies. Am I wrong? Am I asking a dumb question?
No, not at all. I mean, when we were looking at the possibility of playing in that next week in the playoffs, we were looking at either South or Jamestown. The way that it was working out, that's the way we thought it was going to be. And Grand Forks Red River, after Valley City lost in the last game of the season, they were rated number 1 in the state. And they just happened to drop down to number 3. South vaulted up because of a lot of their games, a lot of their losses. In fact, I think every single one of their losses came against a double-A team. And so they didn't lose a game in our division. And that helped vault them up. And then Jamestown vaults to number 2 over Red River because Jamestown beat them earlier in the season. I think it was week 1. Because now we have week 0, if you can make any sense out of that. But week 0, week 1, Red River plays, and week 1 they play Jamestown without 3 of their starters, and they get beat at Jamestown. And so it was that head-to-head in week 1 with Jamestown that dropped Red River to number 3. But
that's what.
And again, if we had to pick amongst those 3 teams to play, Grand Forks Red River would have probably been the last one. You're not wrong about that.
Okay.
And at the same time, though, we're not going to really cry about it. I mean, it is what it is. We have to go there and play and perform. But you're not wrong. That would have been the one team we would try to steer away from.
I guess that's what I looked at. You know, when we saw Red River down here, they were pretty potent offense, big, and just didn't match up well with them, and I thought we would have matched up better with somebody else, I guess. Obviously,
No
with
question.
Jamestown, you know, the way we handled Jamestown that night would have been interesting to see there, but
Absolutely.
we'll never know.
And I lost a bet, actually, with myself and with my team. I told them, I said, if I'm a betting man, we're going back to the South. And I like our chances with Bo Arnstein at quarterback after we didn't have him the first time we played him. And I lost a little bit of a bet with myself. So, but you're not wrong about Grand Forks Red River. Those dudes are nasty.
They are.
Yeah.
Very, very. I'll let you say that, but I agree with you. It was a tough game there for the Huskies when they had them at home. So when they got them in the first round, I was a little bit, dang it, that's too bad. But all right. So anyway, the boys are done. Just take a look, Coach, at the biggest surprise of the season for you.
Well, you know, I got to thank my coaching staff too.
All right, let's do that.
I mean, collectively, I don't know if I've had a harder working staff, and I mean that collectively. I mean, sure, I've had assistant coaches, or we've had assistant coaches as a program that have worked really, really hard. But collectively, the 5 guys that I have on my staff, they work so incredibly hard with our kids in their individual time during practice, during group time, during team time,
personal time.
And the personal time too. I mean, I can't thank them enough for the work that they did and what they did to make our season really what it was. Because there's not a lot of people out there that thought that we were going to win 5 games this year, except for the guys on my staff. That's for sure.
That's cool.
So I my hat's off to them. I thought that they worked really, really hard this year. And then of course, you know, we did have some surprises. We did have some things that we thought were going to be a little bit different. Bo Arnstein coming in at quarterback, really didn't know what we were going to get, and I thought that we got a heck of a lot out of him. I mean, over 1,000 yards rushing. I believe it was somewhere in the neighborhood of 800 yards passing. Just did a phenomenal job at quarterback for us. We asked a ton out of him. And like I had talked to you earlier about the seniors, we wrung everything out of them. And we tried to wring everything out of Bo, too, and I think that we did. He reached his ceiling at the quarterback position, and he did very, very well with that. You know, Caden Kappas is Caden Kappas. He's going to lead the league in catches again. It's just kind of the broken record thing with him. There were a few surprises. You know, Jacob Burnt is somebody that I should probably shout out to as well. Started at corner for us. I think started a game at safety for us, and I believe also started a game at linebacker for us.
Oh, wow.
And played very, very well in all 3 of those positions.
I know we called his name a few times on defense.
Started on offense for us. Didn't get many touches at all offensively, but started on defense for us. And to be honest with you, we're going to nominate him for a number of postseason awards. Hopefully he gets them. Played really, really well, I thought, in our defensive secondary.
Awesome.
Our offensive line, I thought, played really, really well all season long.
Go list those guys again going across there. You start with
offensive line?
Yep, go through those.
Well, Josh,
they got to get more credit.
and we ran for almost 2,000 yards this year. We were a little bit flipped from last year. This year we were probably 60-40. It was a little bit more than that. It was more like 70-30 run this year. And last year it was probably 70-30 pass.
Right.
And so we leaned on our offensive line a little bit this year, and it was a big-time group coming back with a lot of experience. Josh Beyer at the center position. The 2 guards are going to be Connor Rosenberg on our left and Zach Gunnarsson on our right. And then our tackles are going to be Riley Timian on our left and then McCade Picken on our right. So, and those 5 guys. And then I got to shout out the tight ends too, because to me, I think they're also a little bit of an offensive lineman. Jackson Cluton played a lot of tight end for us, did a good job of blocking. And then Nick Langman-Walter also played a lot of tight end for us. And I thought that those guys really blocked things up really well for us all season long. And that's one of the main reasons why we went 70-30 run this year, was because we knew we had those guys coming back. Another shout out to Nick too. I mean, he played amazing on defense at the safety position. Here's somebody I thought that worked his butt off in the weight room last spring. Played baseball in the summertime, so he's coming into our fall practices, and I have no idea what we're going to get, because out of the last 2 years, he really hasn't had a lot of time on varsity, if any at all, and he's played a little bit of defense here and there on JV, but he started every single game for us on defense, and he was a hell of a player on defense. So for the improvement that he made, it's very, very impressive going from sophomore year to junior year. The amount of time that he played and the improvement that he made was off the charts.
So, all right, B-Dub, you got anything else here for Coach Wade? Again, just a great season, and again, you've said enough there about the seniors. I don't know if you want to add something else about
there's so many kids and so many people that I could send shout-outs to. We'd be here all night long, and I'm not going to remember everybody anyway.
No, I didn't ask you to.
Right.
It's just a group.
It is, and the amount of support.
Like you said, it's right here.
It is, and I'll carry a little bit of those guys with me forever, and a little bit of just this team too, including all freshmen through seniors.
Sure.
It was a fun group to coach, and I thought we overcame a lot of adversity this year. We really did, to come out 5-5, kind of the same record as last year. But once again, there wasn't a lot of people that thought that we were going to end up there. So I thought that our kids played really, really well, and the kids that we had left in the program. At the end of the season, I think we traveled with somewhere around 32 kids to Grand Forks Red River, probably half of what they had, and every one of those kids gave everything that they had for our program. Couldn't be more proud of them.
Yeah, good season, and congrats to those seniors for leaving their mark on the program, changing things around, going through some tough times like that. Some kids kind of walk away, but they stuck it out and made their mark, so hats off to them.
Absolutely.
All right, Coach, I got to ask you one final quick question. Fargo North, Fargo South, Jamestown versus Red River. Where are you going?
Okay, to me, you want to talk a few more minutes, because I could talk football and sports all day long. But anyway, it depends on which North team shows up.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. It depends on what North. If North from the first couple of weeks of the season shows up, I'm going to take them. If the Fargo North from the last couple of weeks of the season show up, I'm going to go South, and then. I don't know, man. Puncher's chance out of Red River to beat Jamestown, I really think. Jamestown has a little bit of a kryptonite in there, and I think that Red River is so physical, and if they're able to control the line of scrimmage like they did against us, against Jamestown, I think they're going to clip them.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. I heard, Coach.
Coach Roland, North?
Yeah, Roland. Yeah. He was on, I was in the tractor today, and I heard him on another radio station today, and they interviewed him, and he seemed pretty serious about what's going on here. So.
It's a very well-coached team up there. Coach Roland's got him rolling. Yep. He's got him rolling up there, who knows? He's probably watching tonight, but, he's got it going, and I think that if he can get that defense rolling and he can get that running game rolling, that's going to be a hell of a game, that South-North game. They haven't played in the playoffs since.
Oh, I bet.
I think it was my first year coaching at Wahpeton.
Oh, wow.
When they played in the playoffs, because I believe North had won the state championship that year.
Sure.
And, boy, they haven't played in the playoffs since then. What an atmosphere that's going to be, right?
I bet. All right, head coach of the Huskies football squad, that's Wade Gilbertson. Wade, again, congratulations on the season to you and your boys, and be proud.
Yeah, we are.
All right.
We are. Thank you.
All right, we got primetime Larry Lash coming up right after these messages. Thanks, Coach.
Did you know that we serve nearly 1,500 square miles across North Dakota and Minnesota? Or that we've been around for over 60 years? How about that we've got 3,000 miles of fiber optics powering one of the best networks in the region? The best part? We're a cooperative. That means we're continually reinvesting in our communities to make them better than ever. We are Red River Communications. We've been recognized as a leader for helping our communities be great places to live and work. To find out how we're helping connect our communities, visit redrivercom.com/connect.
Since 1987, Red River Valley and Western Railroad has served North Dakota and Minnesota with over 500 miles of track. Red River Valley and Western handles shipping, freight car repair, storage options, and now transload services. With over 30 years of experience in the railroad industry, they know dependable service is what you strive for. Red River Valley and Western is proud to be a part of the community since 1987.
Since 1996, Giants have been a go-to snack for quality. Giants works directly with farmers to ensure you're receiving the best Giant seeds in every bag. From planting to harvest, they ensure the quality and attention sunflowers deserve to deliver the best taste possible. Giants cashews and pistachios continue our tradition of making the finest nut available. They're a fan favorite. Whether you're in the mood for dill pickle, sour cream and onion, or bacon ranch, we have the flavors to satisfy your cravings. Giant Snacks, where quality still matters. That's the Giants difference.
Bold Print in Wahpeton is your local provider for all of your printing and promotional needs, including custom decals, which is a great way to promote your business. Bold Print also has custom framing and unique personalized gift ideas. Don't trust your family photos to an online company. Use Bold Print for all of your custom framing and canvas printing. Give them a call today, 701-642-2188, or check them out online. Use boldprint.com. City Brew Hall in Wahpeton is your family restaurant with chef-inspired food and friendly staff. Don't miss their weekly events, including live music, trivia, bingo, and more. Happy hour specials Monday through Friday, along with game day specials during all of your favorite sporting events. 24 beers on tap and brunch served Saturday and Sunday with bottomless mimosas. You're sure to find something you'll love. Follow City Brew on Facebook to see what's happening. If you'd like to join their great team at City Brew, head to brewrestaurants.com/employment. City Brew Hall in the heart of downtown Wahpeton.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Three Borders Sports Network, the Giants Coaches Show, powered by Red River Communications, and we are hosted by the City Brew Hall here in downtown Wahpeton, right on 4th Street.
It's
Pretty
kind
cool.
of a rowdy crowd down there.
Had a rowdy crowd. Well, when you got Lori Matichek and Renee Langenwalter down there raising heck way.
Yep, there it is.
There they are. They're still there. And then we had the Breckenridge crew down there, too. I think Goose and the guy. Yeah, there they are. Yeah. They're over there cheering us on. So thanks, everybody, for attending, and we appreciate the support. Well, we're now joined here by head coach of the BW Storm cross-country team, and I say prime time because when I told him he was on at 8:30 tonight, he texted back and said, I'm on prime time finally. So he made it. So.
Yeah, usually I'm the warm-up show for the football coaches. Today it was the other way around.
So it's the other way around. So Gilby and Freddie got it warmed up for you there,
yeah,
Larry.
Absolutely.
So we appreciate you coming in and doing a late time here tonight. So thank you very much. All right, Larry, we had sectionals here just recently, I believe. And,
we did.
A good showing by the girls.
Yes.
Okay, and I'm just going to let you go because
Sure.
you've got all the stats there with you, and I'll just let you go because I, unfortunately, have 0 notes for Larry.
No, we brought the cross-country teams together with Wahpeton and Breckenridge 8 years ago.
8 years ago.
Yep, so we chose to run the Minnesota side of the river,
Mm-hmm.
and so they have their sectionals, and to qualify for state, you have to be a top 2 team in a sectional, or you have to be a top 6 individual.
Okay.
So this year we went in, and I know you've been asking the other coaches. I was listening, and like, what's your big surprise? Well, I can tell you my big surprise.
He's already going to spoil it.
I already got your question.
All right.
I'll answer
okay,
that.
go ahead with your biggest surprise.
Big surprise was how young my girls' team was, but how well they ran.
How well they did.
Yep.
Awesome.
I see Nikki Arnold's down below. You know, it's her junior high Phi Ed kids out there tearing it up on my cross country course. So
awesome, Nikki. Thank you.
So our girls placed 4th this year at sectionals, and that's the highest they placed since they've been in this Minnesota side, Section 6A. And of those runners who ran varsity for me, our top runner was Kiera Wurtsema, just a freshman. She placed 15th, which is considered all section.
Wow.
So that's pretty impressive.
As a freshman?
As a freshman. But right behind her was a 7th grader, Lucy Comstock, and she was in 16th place.
Oh, man, right behind her.
Right behind her. In fact, Lucy and Kiera, they kind of flip-flopped back and forth the last couple of races. And I think they would never tell each other that I want to be number 1, but I know they both want to be number 1, which is awesome. You know, a lot of inter-squad competition, you know, and it makes for a good team score. But then right behind Lucy, she was in 16th, was Racy Falk, who was 24th, another 7th grader.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a freshman, 2 7th graders. My 4th runner was Jasmine Benedict, and another freshman. And she was like 31st place. And we're talking a race here. There's 108 or 118 kids.
Wow.
You know, so we got
in
4
the top
right
30.
Yep, right up around the top 30.
Wow.
And then I already had 2 middle school kids in there and 2 freshmen. Then Aubrey Bozen, just an 8th grader. And she was my next runner. And then after her was Addie King, another 7th grader.
That's crazy.
So there's my top 5.
Crazy stuff.
And then kind of keeping everything stuck together was our senior in the varsity, Allie Hare. You know, and Allie was our 7th runner, but like I said, she kept the other kids together. She leads by example. And, you know, if she's working hard, my other kids are working hard.
Yep.
So kind of called Allie the grandma here with all these, you know, middle school kids in there. But no, it's exciting to have 4 junior high kids running at the varsity level. And
I saw you guys out running the other day when I was home, and I saw you guys out. It was on 16th Avenue there, and I went by, and of course you didn't see me. You were running up front with some of the younger kids, and then I saw Allie behind there trailing the crew, and you just know that she's saying, this is how you do it, guys. And Allie Hare is that kind of leader.
You know, when I asked Allie the next day, we ran on Friday, and I saw her on Monday in school, and I said, well, are you going to take a night off here? And she goes, nope. She goes, after school, I'm going to go to the weight room and lift, and then we got hockey, you know. And
sure, yeah.
I think she signed to play Bethel.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so that's cool.
Yeah, good for her. So
for
congratulations,
sure.
Allie.
You know, and then along with those kids, you run 7, but you can take 9 kids just in case somebody is sick that day or gets injured. So we had a senior, first-year runner, Sierra Valentine, first-year running cross-country, and she just missed out being one of my top 7 runners, but she trained with us for 2 weeks. No guarantee she would race, but she stuck with us. Just a great kid. So happy she came out this year and gave it a good effort.
What year was she?
She's a senior.
Senior, okay.
And it's the first time she did like a extracurricular activity all through high school.
Okay.
Talked her into coming out for cross country, and she did. And what an asset! What a great kid. I think she's joining our National Guard. So.
Oh, very good.
You know,
Thank you.
Very community orientated and just like a team player. And then Emily Lindblad is a sophomore, and she was the other kid that was like ready to go for us. She didn't have to race that day, but she trained with us and put in the extra miles and the extra days, and that was really awesome.
Good.
And on the girls' side, since we're talking girls, I also had on Briar Mondale, senior, Lily Byer, 2 other senior girls that weren't on the varsity program, but just, again, great team leaders. Every bus trip, Briar made sure that everything was taken care of, put away. You know, just those little things that kids do that take something off of my plate.
Yeah.
And the same with Lily. She didn't make all the meets this year because she does some work and things like that. But when she's there, the kids, you know, they see her doing the little things that the young kids have to see that because they don't know what to do. And they have to learn from those seniors.
Yep. Awesome. So great job by the girls.
Yeah, very exciting. Then the boys' side, our top runner was Noah Berge. And Noah didn't run last year. He ran his 7th, 8th, and 9th grade year, took his sophomore year off to he's going to hit the weight room, but then he realized he wasn't in very good shape for basketball. So he said, I got to run cross country. I got to do something. And he was a really nice surprise for the boys' team. He was a consistent top 20 runner.
I was going to say he ran well all year long.
All year long, yep. And he really made a solid effort trying to qualify for state. After the first mile, he was, I think like 14th or 15th place.
Okay.
And I said, you got to catch that kid up. I think it was an OTC kid. And he was about 10 seconds ahead of Noah. And then somewhere along the line, Noah said he just fell into a funk he couldn't break out of.
Oh, no.
So he finished 24th. But his time was still better than when we ran at Staples 3 weeks earlier.
Okay.
So, I mean, it wasn't like he had a bad race. It's just that he really had to bring his, A-plus game, and he brought an A-minus game. So, I mean, it wasn't a bad race. It was just had to be perfect.
Yeah, he just didn't have his best race.
Right.
Yeah, that's
so
too bad.
He was disappointed, but hey, he's a junior. He comes back next year.
Yep.
So now he knows what it takes.
Now he knows.
Yes, yep. And then, on the boys' side, too, we placed 11th in the boys out of the 17 teams. But our number 2 runner was an 8th grader, Troy Burnt.
Yep.
So we got a lot of promise there. And I think Troy just ran a second or so off of his best time all season. So it's kind of like the girls. You're young. You don't know what you get. It's like going into a basketball tournament. Some kids play great regular season. But when they get on the big stage, things don't go well. Well, my kids all kind of stepped up. I was really happy with their effort.
Good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Jackson Hill is just a sophomore this year, so he'll be back next year. He was my 3 runner. We'll lose Luke Baumgartner. He was a senior.
Yep.
One of those kids that put in 6 years with me. So that's
consistent.
Pretty impressive, I mean, Luke and I ran a lot of miles together over the last 6 years. So we
a few good conversations.
Exactly.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm going to say you learn a few things you can't share on the air.
Yeah, exactly.
And another senior was right behind Luke was John Hill, and John's just a steady hard worker. He's probably been my number 4 or 5 runner for the last 2-3 years.
Mm-hmm.
But I just know every meet, I know what I get from John. He never makes excuses, and he's going to give me whatever he's at every single day. It's just not a question. And then also coming back, Ethan Lauderson, it's a junior, so he'll be a senior next year. He ran really close to one of his best times at sectionals. And so did freshman Wyatt Stav. That rounded out my 7 boys. Wyatt's just a freshman, and he too ran an excellent race. And then my 2 alternates were Ethan Schur, who is new to the program, and he's just an 8th grader. And Bryce Allwander was my other senior. And,
Bryce.
Bryce came out as a sophomore for the first time, and he's been a nice addition to the team. He was ready. He put in 2 weeks of extra training. He didn't get to run at sectionals, but he committed himself to the team. So it was nice to see him as well.
I remember talking about him last year too.
Yep. So Bryce, John, Luke, we'll miss those guys as seniors, and Allie, Breyer, Lily, and Sierra. Good crew. Good crew of kids.
Yep. Good leaders for the BW Storm. So basically the season's over because we had nobody qualify for state, unfortunately.
Right. Yep. The state meet's going to be this weekend down in Northfield, and we don't have any representatives down there, but. It wasn't for lack of effort.
No, absolutely.
I think, if anything, it gave Noah and my girls' team, top 2 teams qualify, and they were right in the mix.
Good for them.
They really closed the gap.
Keep her up there, guys. And then next up for you is track season, I suppose.
Well, right now I'm helping out Watson. I'm trying to get his 8th grade girls basketball team whipped into shape.
There you go.
So I went from cross country on Friday to the basketball court on Monday. No rest for the weary.
He's a man of many hats.
And a bus driver.
And a bus driver, too.
That's right. Someone's got to run that bus.
Bless your heart, man. So that's pretty good.
And I just want to give a quick mention to Coach Christy Hare. She helped me out through the season again.
Yes,
does an excellent job. And then over on the Breckenridge side, it was Coach Dube when the season started, but when the season ended, it was Coach Sundquist. She just got married here last weekend.
Oh, congratulations.
So, congratulations to my assistant coach. And if you just got one.
Go ahead.
After we ran on Friday, I went up to Grand Forks on Saturday, and Zach here, former Breckenridge and BW standout, he was running for St. Thomas, and they had their Summit League championships. And I think he placed 17th overall. And we're talking, running against SDSU and DSU.
Yeah, the big schools.
Just did phenomenal.
Good
for
you,
Zach.
Zach.
Really fun to watch Zach run. And it capped off his career. He's done now. He's going to graduate. So that was his last.
Has it been that long already? He's been in school for 4 years?
Yep. I showed up there, and he gave me a hug. And
wow.
Because he didn't join cross country until he was a freshman in high school.
Wow.
So he ran 4 years with me, and he goes, Coach Lash, it's been 8 years already.
That is nuts.
I know. I thought I was, I don't always feel old, but.
No, you're getting there. Welcome to the club, Larry.
Right,
Welcome to the club. All right. Anything else there you want to touch on there, Coach?
No, thank you guys, and best of luck. I know the Cowboys are rolling through postseason right now, so best of luck to them.
Too.
Yep, Cowgirls, and our volleyball team is still rocking and rolling, swim team. So, a lot of good stuff going on
team's
still.
got some fun stuff going on, too.
Yep.
All right, Larry Lash, head coach of the BW Storm cross-country team, joining us here on the Giants Coaches Show. Brian and I will be back to wrap it up right after these messages.
Looking for reliable professionals to handle your building construction needs? Contact SMB Custom Homes in Wyndmere. You can depend on them to build your dream home the way you want it. SMB Custom Homes will take care of all construction aspects, from design to delivery. Contact them to get your pre-engineered home delivered to your location. They can even attach a garage and additional rooms on site. SMB Custom Homes, 439-0045.
Although Digital Guru is known for computer sales and repair, did you know we also install audio and video equipment for your home or business? We install a range of security systems, including cameras and door access control. Digital Guru also offers next-generation cybersecurity, providing 24/7 monitoring and protection from today's ever-increasing cyber attacks. For more information on the services we provide, call Digital Guru or visit our website today.
Since 1996, Giants have been a go-to snack for quality. Giants works directly with farmers to ensure you're receiving the best Giant seeds in every bag. From planting to harvest, they ensure the quality and attention sunflowers deserve to deliver the best taste possible. Giants cashews and pistachios continue our tradition of making the finest nut available. They're a fan favorite. Whether you're in the mood for dill pickle, sour cream and onion, or bacon ranch, we have the flavors to satisfy your cravings. Giant Snacks, where quality still matters. That's the Giants difference.
Did you know that we serve nearly 1,500 square miles across North Dakota and Minnesota? Or that we've been around for over 60 years? How about that we've got 3,000 miles of fiber optics powering one of the best networks in the region? The best part? We're a cooperative. That means we're continually reinvesting in our communities to make them better than ever. We are Red River Communications. We've been recognized as a leader for helping our communities be great places to live and work. To find out how we're helping connect our communities, visit redrivercom.com/.
City Brew Hall in Wapaton is your family restaurant with chef-inspired food and friendly staff. Don't miss their weekly events, including live music, trivia, bingo, and more. Happy hour specials Monday through Friday, along with game day specials during all of your favorite sporting events. 24 beers on tap and brunch served Saturday and Sunday with bottomless mimosas. You're sure to find something you'll love. Follow City Brew on Facebook to see what's happening. If you'd like to join their great team at City Brew, head to brewrestaurants.com/employment. City Brew Hall in the heart of downtown Wapaton.
Welcome back, everybody, to Three Borders Sports Network. The Giants Coaches Show here is powered by Red River Communications, and we are brought to you by the City Brew Hall. Don't forget, on November 23rd, City Brew Hall, Brian, has got October Road, the band here, from 9 to 1 a.m., 9 p.m. to 1 a.m.
You stay out that late?
No, not anymore.
No.
So that'll be going on November 23rd, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and then also they'll have bar bingo. But all ages are welcome for that.
There you go.
So there you go. City Brew Hall, having a good time. Speaking of good time, Renee Langenwalter, Lisa Graves, and Lori Matichek down there, they can't stop down there.
They might shut her down.
They might shut it down.
I'll tell you that right now.
They're down there having a good time cheering on Husky sports, and we appreciate their support very much as well. So, all right, B-Dub, we got a busy week again this week. Tomorrow night, I will be at Fergus Falls High School, and I'll have the Cowgirls taking on Henning in a big Section 6A tournament game.
You got a special guest sitting in my seat, too.
Well, she's not going to make it.
Oh, no? So you're by yourself, huh?
And speaking of that, we want to wish Julie Malk and her father the best. Julie's father was in a car accident, and he's got to have some treatment now for the next 30 days. So,
wow. That's not good.
So anyway, wish him well. He's home, but Julie's got to take him in starting tomorrow.
Understandable, for sure.
Julie Malk was going to be my color analyst because you're going to be busy at the Huskies volleyball game tomorrow night for senior night.
I will be doing the Husky game, and I'll be by myself, and we'll see if I can make it work.
Oh, well, I might be by myself too. Chad
I'm
Affield's
busy because I'm in charge of concessions that night too. Girls basketball is, so I got my hands full tomorrow night.
You can juggle. You're fine.
Yeah, we'll see.
You're fine.
We'll see how it goes.
Thursday, I'll be over in Fergus Falls with the Cowgirls volleyball. Speaking of Cowgirls volleyball, I better look and see if I can say this is public or not before I say it. I better wait. I'm told I should wait. Okay, never mind.
All right. Cowgirls volleyball.
Anyway, Cowgirls volleyball at 6 p.m. tomorrow. We'll be on the air. I'll be on the air about 5:45. B-Dub's going to be kind enough to come over and help make sure I get it set up right so I don't have to call him 6 times.
I'm going to try and get it set up for you and get you rolling, and then hustle back over here and get things set up in Wapaton.
So you'll be set up, and I think that game time is 7
o'clock.
7 o'clock. So, and then Friday, we got the whole crew heading up to the Fargo Dome to take on the Cowboy football squad. They're taking on OTC in the Section 6A championship game.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. And,
yeah, it will.
That'll be a good matchup. I think Cowboys looking for a little bit of revenge, and they dropped one first game of the season at OTC. And sometimes I don't like losses, but sometimes maybe a loss early is good and can mean a win later. So,
and as Freddie said tonight, they're playing well on the road. Knock on wood, that they're playing well.
Haven't given up a touchdown, having a good defense the way that they have. I think it can be a good night for them.
All right, and then on Saturday, I'm going to say the Cowgirls win. Thursday, they will play again on Saturday. So you might be making a road trip with me there, or are we going to be doing?
Well,
we don't know.
I will be at a volleyball game on Saturday. I just don't know what time it's going to be.
Right.
And I don't know where it's going to be yet.
And it depends on if we can broadcast it. We don't know that either.
Well, right. But either way, I'll be at a volleyball game.
Either way, you're going to be at a volleyball game.
Correct.
Probably not with me, though.
Probably not. I will be at the Huskies volleyball game. So.
All right. So that's the way it goes. I see how it is.
I got a little more important things going on.
I
there,
know.
So
I know.
Yeah.
All right. So then we'll see where the Huskies volleyball squad and Coach Rickles. You heard her here on Three Border Sports Network, the Giants Coaches Show, just a little earlier this evening, and her outlook here for that too as well. So stay tuned to our Facebook page and our website. We'll have links out there and everything else too. B-Dub, you got anything else? We got a busy weekend coming up here, Thursday, Friday, possibly Saturday.
Yeah, it's been a good fall season, trying to wrap things up and take a little bit of a break and get ready for the good season, we'll say. The good season.
The winter season is coming.
Yes.
We'll have a lot of basketball. I was just looking at the schedule here, folks, and there's a lot of basketball and hockey.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough goal to try and get everything lined up. I know there's a lot of events, a lot of home events for Wahpeton are happening all on the same night. So going to be kind of tough to do as well as we've done in the past to cover everything. But we'll do our best to cover as many events as we can, and we'll see what happens.
And yes, we will have boys and girls hockey on. I know I've gotten a lot of text messages over the summer asking if we're going to do hockey games, and we'll do as many as we can.
Yeah, we're going to try and we'll do as many as we can. Again, a lot of these events are turning out to be on the same night, and to try and be able to cover all of them might be a little bit difficult, but you might see some different people sitting in our seats if we're going to try and cover everything. So.
Yeah. So Raleigh's going to cover a lot of the Breckenridge games for us too. You'll obviously be down on the hard court and taking care of business down there with the Lady Huskies. Raleigh will be over there, and I'll be in Wahpeton, and we'll do what we can, folks. We're just going to do what we can. We're just a whole huge group.
Two-man shop,
us.
Joe. We're
group
trying
of two of us
trying to get it done. So
we'll do the best we can. All right, B-Dub, it's been a good fall season.
Yeah, it's been good.
It's been fun. Again, Cowgirls tomorrow night, Cowboys on Friday night. We'll see what happens on Saturday, folks. I'm sure it'll be all over Facebook and our website too as well. For Brian Watson, I'm Joe Schreiner, Three Border Sports Network, the Giants Coach Show, brought to you by and powered by Red River Communications, and also brought to you by the City Brew. And we want to thank the City Brew for hosting us this fall. We're going to be back again this winter with the Coach Show right here, high above City Brew. For Brian Watson, I'm Joe Schreiner. Good night, everybody.